Welcome to the cabin. For today's quick hobby tip, we're fixing layer lines on 3D printed models. Over the last decade or so, 3D printing has really come a long way and become an important part of the hobby and industry at large. Many people print at home or buy printed miniatures from companies or individuals. And if you buy a traditionally cast resin model, chances are that it was sculpted digitally and a 3D print was used as a master for the mold. Even the highest quality prints will have these tiny horizontal lines or ridges as a result of the layer by layer printing process. Let's check out how we can make these disappear. I'll be using Milliput in this video, which is a two-part epoxy putty normally used for gap filling or repairs. Just like green stuff, you first need to mix equal parts of the two components thoroughly. Now comes the interesting part. Milliput can be dissolved in isopropyl alcohol, which will really help with today's task. To speed up the process, divide the Milliput into smaller pieces and stir the mix thoroughly. This will take a few minutes, but you can also use a dropper bottle and let a paint shaker do the job for you. Once mixed, you can check the consistency by dropping a dollop onto a hard surface. If necessary, add more Milliput until the dried finish looks something like this. That should give you a slurry with a consistency slightly thicker than milk and enough Milliput in it for the task at hand. Keeping a dropper bottle of the mix among your hobby supplies can be a great time saver for your next 3D printed project. Now you can simply paint some of the mix onto the areas where the layer lines are visible. I suggest using an old brush for this, which you can clean with the isopropyl alcohol. Milliput has a hardening time of 2 to 3 hours, but I recommend letting it set overnight. Green stuff is slightly soft and spongy when cured, but Milliput dries to a really hard finish, so you can easily go over it with sanding sponges. As you can see, the surface is now completely smooth. Once painted, the layer lines are invisible. Sometimes a miniature can have layer lines on many parts of the surface, including areas with intricate details that would be hard to sand. In this case, I suggest simply painting the mix all over, but you could use a thinner mix with less Milliput added to it and make sure it doesn't pool too much so you won't lose any details. So there you have it. I hope you found the video useful. Please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on other hobby tips and tricks. A special thank you to Arnold over on Patreon, and if you want to go that extra mile and help us out, all our links are in the description below. We'll see you next time. Good luck with your miniatures.